Weis Markets, Incorporated is a chain of 163 supermarkets based in Sunbury, Pennsylvania, which operates 165 stores in Pennsylvania, Maryland, New York, New Jersey and West Virginia. History. Weis Markets was founded as Weis Pure Foods in 1912 in Sunbury, Pennsylvania by two brothers, Harry and Sigmund Weis. Their store has been noted as revolutionary, as it did not operate on credit. Euro sales were only for cash. At the time, similar stores operated on credit, allowing customers to build a tab that would be paid periodically. Cash sales were a sign of a growing working class earning steady paychecks a euro, and they also helped lower prices by up to 25%. The second Weis store opened in 1915 in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Harrisburg would remain an important market for Weis, helping to anchor the central Pennsylvania region that Weis would dominate for decades. The Weis brothers expanded their chain rapidly, opening dozens of small, in-town grocery stores throughout central Pennsylvania. Their chain peaked at 115 stores in 15 central Pennsylvania counties by 1933. At the time, the modern self-service supermarket was coming into its own. The format was pitted against the traditional model, followed by Weis Pure Foods, in which customers gave their orders to a clerk who would retrieve the requested items. As the modern supermarket model began to take hold, the Weis brothers began to adapt. They closed several corner grocery stores in Harrisburg in 1938, replacing them with their first self-service, consolidated supermarket, which they dubbed the Weis Supermarket. Over the next 2 decades, the company continued with this strategy, and it had consolidated all of its corner grocery stores into supermarkets, €35 in total by 1955. In the 1950s and 1960s, Weis Markets expanded out of its familiar territory, first reaching York and then Lancaster by 1960. The company expanded into adjacent states in the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. In 1967, the company ventured outside of Pennsylvania for the first time. It opened stores in Hagerstown and Frederick, Maryland, and it also purchased the 6-store Albany Public Markets chain based in Albany, New York. Those expansions brought the company to a total of 165 stores. To the west, it expanded to western Pennsylvania, reaching as far west as Altoona and Phillipsburg, but has since made no efforts to expand farther west. Weis would later shutter the Albany Public Markets chain. A couple were later occupied by Grand Union. Weis bought at least one former King's location when the company went out in 1984. Weis' territorial expansions came with mixed results. A company with rural, central Pennsylvania roots, it was able to expand into the Baltimore, Maryland, region with great success, taking on such established players as Giant and Safeway. The company expanded further in Maryland toward Washington, D.C. and Virginia, with much less success. The Woodbridge, Virginia store was picketed by union members. It retreated from that market, first closing most of his stores in Montgomery County, Maryland, and finally closing its Woodbridge, Virginia and Manassas, Virginia stores. By 2006, no stores were left in Virginia. Weis' foray into New Jersey came with mixed results as well, as it was forced to close a new store in Flanders in 2002 only 2 years after opening it. The 3 stores currently in New Jersey continue to face stiff competition from a wholly-owned Stop and Shop, the ShopRite Cooperative, and A&P. Today, Weis thrives in the rural areas, small towns, and third-class cities of northeastern, central, and southern Pennsylvania. It has successfully expanded to the Scranton and Wilkes-Barre markets, and to the Altoona State College area, but it has shown less interest in the suburban counties surrounding Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. In 2009, Weis also expanded into Broome County, New York by acquiring 11 local Giant Markets stores. In 2012, a store on Front Street in Binghamton was closed, and by the end of 2014, 2 more will close due to low performance. However, 8 higher-volume stores will remain in the area. The furthest west that Weis has expanded is with 2 locations in Altoona, Pennsylvania, one on 7th Street, the other on Plank Road. Most recently, Weis Markets is participating in an in-store digital advertising network. 2012 marked the supermarket's 100th anniversary. In the late spring of 2012, the company acquired 3 former Genuardi's stores from Safeway and reopened the units, which are located in Conshohocken, Doylestown and Norristown, on June 16. It also announced the acquisition of a former Superfresh store site in Towson, Maryland, which it opened in late 2012. It has also acquired its first central New Jersey store site in Hillsborough, located in a former Pathmark, which opened at 6 a.m. on Sunday, August 18, 2013. Another location, located in a former Pathmark store in Huntingdon Valley, Pennsylvania, opened in November 2013. This is currently the closest location to Philadelphia. Weis has also begun construction of a new Flanders, New Jersey store. The store, a former A&P location, is located diagonally across USRT 206 from its former location. The store opened on March 2, 2014. Supreme Court case equals, the Weis supermarket located in Park Hills Plaza along U.S. Route 220 in Altoona, Pennsylvania was the subject of a key 1960s United States Supreme Court case concerning the public forum doctrine. The court held that a union picket in the supermarket parcel pickup area and parking lot was permissible because the shopping center here is clearly the functional equivalent of the business district of a city. Amalgamated Food Employees Union v. Logan Valley Plaza, Incorporated, 391 U.S. 308. At the time of the picketing, the Weis store was located in Logan Valley Mall. The Park Hills Plaza was not built until the mid-70s, at which time Weis moved across U.S. Route 220 to its current location. Banners. In addition to the Weis Markets banner, the company once operated supermarkets under the King's and Mr. Zed's banners. Those 2 banners were centered primarily in the Lehigh Valley and the Poconos, respectively, and were acquired in mid-1990s acquisitions. Since their acquisitions, these stores have been remodeled or replaced. In 2009, they were rebranded to the Weis banner, as was its Kressler store in Shippensburg. In 2011, it converted its 3 Scott's low-cost stores, located in Montoursville, Mill Hall and Cole Township, to the Weis banner. Weis operates some stores as Save-A-Lot under license from Supervalu. At one time, the company operated a few stores as Big Top Market, but as of 2006, no more stores exist under this banner. Competition. Weis faces significant competition from various food retail formats, including conventional retailers, mass merchant retailers, discount retailers, drug stores, convenience stores, and dollar stores. Weis' chief competition comes in its traditional home base of central Pennsylvania. Giant, a supermarket chain owned by Ahold, began aggressive expansion during the 1990s, building newer, larger stores with vast selections. Giant still remains the market leader throughout central and northeastern Pennsylvania. Weis also faces tough competition in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania from stores of Kissel Hill. In Maryland, Weis competes with Walmart, Acme, Giant Eagle, Food Lion, Harris Teeter, Safeway, and Giant. In New Jersey, Weis' chief competition includes A&P, ShopRite and Giant's sister chain, Stop and Shop. In New York, Weis' competition includes Price Chopper and Wegmans. In 2011, it sold or closed its remaining SuperPays units, a move that is expected to enhance the company's overall profitability. Private brand labels. Weis Markets sells a variety of house brands under the following private brand labels: Weis Quality, Weis 5-Star, Market Street, Weis Choice Black Angus, Value Time, Paws Premium, Top Care, Full Circle. Corporate offices. Beer sales. Weis Markets is one of the supermarkets in Pennsylvania able to sell beer in in-store cafes at some of its locations. In Pennsylvania, grocery stores cannot sell beer unless they operate a cafe. As of the summer of 2015, it sells beer at 31 Pennsylvania locations. References. DeCock, David. The Weis Dynasty. The Patriot News, February 20, 1994. Southall, Brooke. Old Line Weis Plans Basket of Changes. Central Penn Business Journal, June 14, 1996. Weis Markets Annual Report, 1967, 1, Weis Markets Website, 2, Weis Markets Recent SEC Filings, Annual Reports and Public Announcements. Weis Markets Prairie also updates corporate roster, private brand labels and store counts etc. It discloses its contributions and does not edit content. It adheres to Wikipedia's guidelines re. Corporate PR Communications Contributions. More information about Weis Markets digital signage. 3. External links. Weis Markets corporate site, Weis Markets digital signage information, history of Weis Markets.